Hello to all the class 9 students and class. Today we are going to continue with our commercial studies second class. So in the last class, if you remember, we did about commercial and non-commercial activities, and then we did the types of commercial activities. So today we did there are three types of commercial activities: business, profession, and employment. And today we are going to do the difference between them. So it goes like this. Now this is the distinction between business, profession, and employment. This is these three are the differences. Between these three, we are going to read the differences, and the base is this is going to be the base. The first base is objective. So objective of business is to earn profit. Any type of any business has the main objective, and that is to earn profit. Now, whereas as far as profession is concerned, the objective is to render services. In a profession, every professional is interested in rendering specialized services. Objective in employment is to earn wages and salaries. Now the next difference base is qualification. The qualification in business is no such qualification is required. For doing business and type of any business, there is no qualification required. If you are well educated, you can do business. If you are not educated, then still you can do business. Now in qualification, profession, that is important. Essential qualification is required. Like in case you want to be a doctor, you want to opt your doctor as a profession, then in that case you have to do your special studies. You have to go for MBBS or MD. Then in employment, it depends upon the kind of a job. In employment, it depends on the kind of a job that you are doing, and for that job you need to have that type of eligibility. Like for the teachers, those who have taken teaching as the profession, they have to complete their education on that particular subject and have to do B.Ed also. So for doing employment, it depends upon the kind of a job you are doing, what sort of qualification is required. The another base for the difference between these three is nature of work. Now nature of work for business, nature of work means किस तरह का काम करना पड़ता है. तो हम देखेंगे कि बिजनेस के तौर पे, बिजनेस में या डिफरेंसेस में हम किस तरह का काम करते हैं. नेचर ऑफ वर्क, बिजनेस में प्रोडक्शन, सेल और एक्सचेंज किया जाता है, वेयर एज प्रोफेशन में स्पेशलाइज सर्विसेज दी जाती हैं. कोई स्पेशलाइज सर्विस कुछ भी हो सकती है. दिस स्पेशलाइज सर्विस could be of a lawyer, of a doctor, of a dentist, of anything. Now the nature of work in employment is work given by the employer. Employer, who is employer? I told you earlier also that employee is a person who is working under someone, और वो जिसके अंडर काम कर रहा होता है वो employer होता है. सो अंडर एम्प्लॉयमेंट, नेचर ऑफ वर्क में ये है कि किस तरह का काम उसे एम्प्लॉयर ने दिया हुआ है. रिस्क की बात करें तो रिस्क में तीनों में डिफरेंस ये रहेगा that in business there is a very high degree of risk, whereas in profession there is minimum or there is a negligible risk. Like negligible मतलब ना के बराबर, मामूली सा risk. And in employment there is no risk. In advertising, as far as advertising is concerned, the last base is advertising. Advertising में, business में advertising बहुत जरूरी होती है, it's necessary. Advertising प्रोफेशन में प्रोहिबिटेड होती है. प्रोहिबिटेड मतलब नहीं करनी होती है, इसमें रुकावट होती है. यू कैन नॉट डू एडवर्टाइजिंग इफ यू आर अ प्रोफेशनल. Then employment may not required. Those who are engaged in sort of employment, they are working with some organization. In that case, no advertising is required. So this is the difference that we have done. And with this difference, we are almost in the end of the chapter. And lesson number 1 is here completed in commercial studies. So the homework is this, that in commercial studies you are going to prepare your notes in your notebooks from the book. All the topics should be covered. And as far as differences are concerned, आप कोई भी 5 differences लिख सकते हो, क्योंकि इसमें around 11 differences दिए गए in your book. But you can go for any 5 differences, but you will read all. But as far as notes are concerned, you are going to write down only 5 differences. That is what I have done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Any 5 differences. Now class, we are going to start with the lesson number 2. And the lesson number 2 is business activity. So let's start with lesson number 2. So children, lesson number 2 in commercial studies is business activity. As I earlier also told you that economic activity is divided into 3 parts. That is business, profession and employment. So first of all, we are going to read about business. In this chapter, we are going to read about business. So business activity. Now, what is business activity? Business is an economic activity. We all know that business is an economic activity. Business is an economic activity. It involves sale, transfer or exchange of goods and services. What we do here? We here do sale, transfer, exchange of goods and services. Exchange of goods and services. जो भी गुड्स एंड सर्विसेज हम बनाते हैं उनको यहाँ पे हम बेचते हैं, एक्सचेंज करते हैं, ट्रांसफर करते हैं. और क्यों करते हैं? फॉर अर्निंग मनी. फॉर अर्निंग मनी. So this we do for earning money. Now, business is an occupation and it comprises a wide range of activities. Business is an occupation. Business एक तरह की occupation है जिसमें बहुत तरह के businesses आते हैं. Now, it is the sum total of all those activities by which desired things are extracted from the nature, transformed and processed by the man, machine, carried from place to place, stored through time to time, placed in the hands of those who are willing to pay for them. Business is different from other economic activities which are profession and employment. Now, business क्या है? Business मैंने आपको बताया that business is different from profession and employment. I told you just अभी हमने पीछे ही किया था that business is different from profession and employment. Business is an entirely different kind of activity. Okay, employment is now what business. If we talk about the business की बहुत simple सी definition is given in your book. It is by B.O. Wheeler. Business is an institution organized and operated to provide goods. I write it down on the board. So I'm going to write down here one definition, and I'll write down one definition on the board. Though you have understood what is business, business is an economic activity and the main purpose is to earn money, to acquire wealth, right? Now, I'll write down the definition given by B.O. Wheeler. B.O. Wheeler ने definition दी है. ये आपकी एक commercial studies के researcher है and he has given the definition. Business is an institution. Business is an institution organized and operated to provide organized and operated. Business is an institution organized and operated to provide goods and services to society. Services to society. क्यों दे रहे हैं वो? Under some incentive to earn profit. Now this is the definition given by B.O. Wheeler. B.O. Wheeler कहते हैं that business क्या है? Business is an institution organized. This is an institution organized and operated to provide goods and services. ये एक तरह का organization है, ये institution है जो कि लोगों को provide करता है goods and services. लोगों को provide करता है और वो क्यों provide कर रहा है? Because in order to earn some profit. So business is purely an economic activity. वहाँ पे profit के लिए ही काम किया जाता है. So business क्या है? Business is an institution organized in order to provide goods and services to the society in order to earn profit. अगर profit का ध्यान ना हो, अगर profit ना हो तो business हो ही ना. So this is very important to remember and keep in mind that business is done in order to earn profit. You can go through the definition one for one's minute. Now children, further we'll read characteristics of business. Now अब हम क्या पढ़ेंगे? Characteristics of business. नाउ वील डू दैट. क्या खास बातें हैं कि हम बिजनेस के बारे में जो जान सकते हैं कि बिजनेस को कैसे पहचाना जाए, व्हाट आर द इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर्स और व्हाट आर द इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ अ बिजनेस. सो द फर्स्ट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ बिजनेस इज सेल, ट्रांसफर और एक्सचेंज. सेल, ट्रांसफर और exchange. Children, as I already told you that business is done, just हमने जो definition पढ़ी उसके according, business is done in order to do some sale, some transfer और exchange, right? There is the purpose. वहाँ पे production किया जाता है और उनको sale किया जाता है, transfer किया जाता है और exchange किया जाता है. All business activity involves sale, exchange of goods and services for some consideration. Buying and selling of goods and services. Buying and selling of goods and services for price are the essence of business. Buying and selling अगर ना हो तो business का कोई मतलब नहीं है. So buying and selling जो है वो business का essence है, वो main चीज है. Now the second the point is the feature is dealing in goods and services. Dealing in goods and services. Earlier also I told you what is the meaning of goods. Goods का मतलब होता है वस्तुएं and service का मतलब होता है सेवाएं. Now the another important feature of characteristics of business is dealing in goods and services. Now always remember every business enterprise produce or buy goods and services for selling them to others. Goods may be consumer goods or producer goods. Or services may be doctor service, lawyer service, dentist service, anything. So any business organization always deal in two things. Either they deal in goods or they deal in services. In दो की dealing क्यों करते हैं? Because people need goods and services, people have demand and they in return they give money to the businessman. So business is a dealing in goods and services. Always business in dealing of goods and services in order to earn money. Now the third characteristics of business is regular dealing. Regular dealing. Now जब हम ये कहते हैं कि regular dealing, तो what does this mean? That if you are dealing with someone for one time, then it is not business. You have to always deal in business. Business कोई एक दिन का काम नहीं है कि you have done a dealing with the customer for one time and then you are not dealing with the customer. So it is a continuous process. It keeps on going and going. You keep on producing, the businessman keep on producing and keep on selling, keep on exchanging the goods and services. One transaction done for only one day, one time is not a business. So in business, the regular dealings are there. For instance, if a person, example के लिए अगर एक person ने पुराना scooter बेचा है तो वो कोई business नहीं है. If he sells scooters on a regular basis, it is called business. अगर कोई व्यक्ति है उसके पास कोई second hand scooter है, उसने उसको बेचा है किसी को तो और उसके बाद उसने कभी नहीं बेचा फिर कोई और चीज, तो वो कोई business नहीं है. ठीक है. सो बिजनेस तब होता है जब कोई चीज रेगुलर बेसिस पे की जाए. तो चौथी जो पहचान है वो क्या है बिजनेस की? प्रॉफिट. All the business are done in order to earn profit. Without profit, no business is there. No business is done for free. It's not business has the main essence of the business is to earn profit only. If the profit is missing, the profit is not there. No businessman will be interested in doing such kind of business. Right now, the fifth is creation of utility. Now, what is creation of utility? Now the creation of utility means so children, the other point is creation of utility. What does this mean? Creation of utility means to add some value to the product. The main essence of the business is that they add some value to the product so that it gives utility to you. Utility means satisfaction. किसी चीज में कोई वैल्यू ऐड करने के बाद अगर वो आपको बेची जाती है तो वो आपको क्या देती है? सेटिस्फैक्शन देती है. तो बिजनेस एक ऐसी एक्टिविटी होती है जो क्रिएशन ऑफ यूटिलिटी करती है. नाउ द सिक्स्थ फीचर इज इकोनॉमिक activity. Now business is an economic activity. As I already told you day before yesterday that business is an economic activity. It is done in order to earn profit. So business की जो दूसरी छठी पहचान है वो ये है कि वो एक economic activity होती हैं. And the seventh and the most important is that it involves risk. It involves risk. Any type of any business has a high degree of risk. रिस्क से मतलब है कि खतरा होता है. इफ अगर आपका बिजनेस रन नहीं करता है, if your business doesn't work, then you have a loss of your capital, your all efforts. So always remember that the very important feature of business is that involve risk. So these are the seven features of बिजनेस और कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ बिजनेस, जिससे हम ये पहचानते हैं कि कोई एक्टिविटी बिजनेस है कि नहीं है. सो चिल्ड्रन, this is what we have done today, and I hope you have understood this, and you are going to complete your notes up to the point I have taught you. And now the another topic that we can do is types of business activities. Now types of business activities. Now we all know what is business. Now you also know that what are the features of business. Now it is important to know that what are the types of business activities. And I hope children that you people are doing your work continuously, your homework continuously in your notebooks. The homework is this, again I'm repeating that every day whatever I'm teaching to you, you are supposed to make the notes of up to that in your fair notebooks in a proper manner. Now types of business activity. Business activity can be divided into two types. Now the first is your industry and the another one is your commerce. Commerce, right? Now industry can be further divided into extractive, genetic, manufacturing and constructive. Extractive, genetic, constructive, extractive, genetic, constructive and manufacturing. Manufacturing industries. Under commerce, what do you have? Under commerce, you have another types of industries, that is it is divided into basically two parts, trade and auxiliary to trade. Trade and here auxiliary to trade. And further again there are some more divisions in this internal trade and external trade are there, but this part we are going to do in our next class. So today we are going to study only these types of industry only. हम लोग कॉमर्स के बारे में बाद में पढ़ेंगे. यहाँ पे कॉमर्स है, तो कॉमर्स का जो division है that we are going to read in next class, so as to avoid confusion. So these four type of industries we are going to do in our next class. I hope this is clear to you, and soon I am going to give you your project list for the commercial studies also. And I hope you all are doing your work, and you all are healthy at home. So tomorrow we are going to start with types of business activities, and under industries we are going to start with extractive, genetic, constructive and manufacturing industries. Have a great day, children.